My Spoken English 5.2, Unit 1.
Speak right, your accent is your asset.
Loud and faint parts of words. Today, we're going to talk about loud and faint parts of words. Every word in English is made up of parts. Some are loud and some are faint. The loud part of the word is said out clearly by saying the consonant and the vowel sound in it. We drop the vowel when we want to say the faint part of the word. The parts that are said out loud depend on the number of syllables a word has. If a word has just one syllable, it can be said out loud or faint, depending on the type of word it is. If it has 2, 3, 4, or sometimes 5 syllables, one syllable will be said out loud, while the others will be faint. But is it possible to tell which syllable should be loud and which syllable should be faint?
Speak right, your accent is your asset.
Yes, just as it is possible to follow a map when driving to tell which way to turn. The map we use here is our dictionary, and the signs are what we call accent marks. Phoneticians tell us that there are 3 accent marks: the high set accent mark, the low set accent mark, and the zero accent mark. These 3 marks determine how we say a word. The high set accent mark and the low set accent marks are said almost the same way, so for the purpose of clarity, we'll describe them as loud accent marks and describe the zero accent mark as the faint accent mark. This time, we shall concentrate on 2 of these accent marks. The loud accent mark, which is also referred to as the primary stress mark. This mark shows us the loud part of a word. It is usually written before the syllable that should be said out loud and clear. The second, the zero accent mark, refers to the syllable that is said faintly. It is said in such a way that it is hardly heard.
Most times, the zero accent mark is marked by the schwa, U. When you see the schwa, remember to drop it and say just the consonant sounds in it. Now, let's go to the world of examples and see words with both loud and faint accent marks.
Thanks for joining us in a world of examples of words with loud and faint accent marks. Remember that the schwa tells us that a syllable is faint. Here are some word examples: nation, motion, audience, influence, consider, further, victor, doctor, neighbor, labor. Speak right, your accent is your asset.